Do you ever feel like your mind just doesn't switch off? Replay conversations, you overanalyze decisions, you think of every possible outcome, and somehow instead of clarity, you feel more stuck. If this sounds familiar, this episode is for you. Hi everyone, I'm Arundathi Yasok, and welcome to today's episode. Overthinking happens to everyone, even to me, anyone actually, right? But it doesn't mean that you're weak. It's just that we have not been taught or we do not know how to navigate. We're living in a modern world, right? We are going through so many things. It's also because we care, right? I mean, we want to make the right decision. Who wants to make the wrong one, right? And I also feel because of the modern lifestyle that we are having, we think everything needs to be perfect because we are associating with technology a lot, right? So we want everything to go well, and we are all of us are on social media, so we're worried about what others might think, right? But it's also, when you think the other way around, we cannot live in a life where everything goes well, that we do not make any mistakes. We have started to think like this more, I think, now than maybe say our great grandparents' time, because we are associating with technology, and we want things to be done fast, so we want everything to be perfect. But we all know it's really silly when you say it out loud, but that is also another reason we overthink. So instead of moving forward, right, you stay in your head going in circles. What will your aunt say? What will your co-worker say? Right? What if it doesn't go well? Right? It's not because you don't know what to do. Actually, even in class, I always say, you are your own guru. You know what to do. We have everything inside. We just are not moving forward, right? Because we're trying to control everything. We cannot control, right? I mean, I think that's something that we need to remind ourselves, right? Myself included. So this reminds me of a simple idea, right? Shown in the Kung Fu Panda. You all know the Kung Fu Panda cartoon. So there's a moment where Master Oogway says, yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. And it's like a very super simple, silly kind of thing. It sounds super simple, but overthinking pulls us out of the only real thing, which is the present. Because life is happening right now, right? So in today's world, it's really hard, like what I said before, because we're constantly stimulated and we are forgetting the wisdom we have inside. Every time there's a notification popping up, message, email, content, right? So we're constantly being super stimulated, and we rarely sit in silence. We rarely pause. So the mind never gets a break. It's like a washing machine, right? But a non-stop washing machine. Imagine visually that's how your mind might be right now even. And when there's no space, thoughts just keep stacking one on top of the other. Just keeps going, right? That's when overthinking begins to feel like who we are. Instead, here's the kicker. Instead, that it's something we are experiencing. In class, I always say to write out, we do this in all my classes, the journaling. I say, well, how are you feeling in your body? Then we move to how are you feeling in your mind, right? So I tell, okay, just write it out, what thoughts are coming up, like you're the observer. And if you are having thoughts of anxiety, never write, I am anxious. Always write, I am experiencing thoughts of anxiety. Because it's something we are experiencing, it is not who we are. What overthinking does is, after a while, we think that's who we are. It becomes us, but it's not. It's actually an experience, like a cold or a symptom. You have a stuffy nose, it's an experience. But if we do not step back and we, kind of untangle ourselves out of this, we think it's who we are, right? So there's something super simple that is also very powerful that you can use right now to get out of this. That is your breath. Your breath. So studies like, Harvard even shows that slow, controlled breathing, we know that it will reduce stress, right? It lowers your heart rate. It calms your nervous system. I think it's like a known thing. So even for a few minutes, if you just can deep breathe, even right now as we are listening, it can shift your body out of the stress response. Because most of the time what we are is in a stress response. So when you use your breath, into a calmer, more regulated state, then your body slows down, then your mind follows, right? This is why in yoga, you don't just move your body, we work with our breath as well. Every time after a pose, I say, deep breathe, right? Hands apart, feet apart, deep breathe. Connect with what you're doing, where we are with your breath. So I experienced this very recently actually, and I did share this in my newsletter, but I thought, I'll share it again. So when I was planning my April classes in 2026, that's when the whole, the fuel issue happening and the big war going on, right? So, and we didn't know if we can travel, right? There will be fuel to get to the class, right? There was like a QR system and all this going on, mandatory Wednesday offs, right? And initially I was like, okay, my mind went into overdrive. I mean, generally April I do take holiday 1 week, but other than that I was thinking, should I just completely stop April, right? What if people, I pay for the studios and then people don't come, right? And then I was thinking, am I doing a disservice by not having the classes? The whole point I started yoga was to help people, and I know I'm going to be here in 3 weeks for sure, and I know through those days that I can support. And am I doing a disservice? Now I'm thinking that way as well, right? And instead of, getting stuck in that, I did go for a little tangent. And after that, I was like, no, I just started journaling. I wrote, okay, what is the situation? What are the facts I know? I simplified it. Then I realized, how can I support them, right? I said, if you cannot physically come and I am not able to, let's do a live class. If anyone's struggling, I'll do a recording as well. And I gave out the options that I can, and I just moved forward. I didn't know what was going to happen. That's the case with everything, right? We do not know what's going to happen. The problem is we think we need to know everything, that everything needs to be guaranteed. But I moved forward. I was like, okay, I don't know what's going to happen. These are the facts. This is the step I'm taking, and I moved forward. Guess what? My class was so full, as in, people in my class know, my April was full, still full. And people did come. Yes, I think the week 1, there were few people, but other than that small struggle, none of the other, actually 80% of the challenges that I imagined actually didn't even happen. So that's the thing with overthinking, right? It often creates problems that are not there. So I want you to remember this, right? Overthinking doesn't protect you. We think it's protecting us from failure, it's protecting us from what others might think, right? But it actually exhausts you. Don't you agree? Because we think we are trying to find where are the angles, right? But it's actually exhausting you. And later we think, why am I so tired? Because all we were doing was overthinking. Because clarity doesn't come from more thinking, it comes from small action, right? So here's my challenge for you, right? So pick a day, even now actually, because this is a time that you're free, hopefully. Take a breath, deep breathe, right? Let's inhale and slowly exhale. Let's do it one more time. Big inhale and a slow, long, deep exhale. Good. Just see how you might have felt right now, right? Even your shoulders may have become a little softened. So do that and then do a little journaling. Right? So write what is one thing that you're currently overthinking. Just write it out exactly how it is. Then write down second one, what is actually in my control right now? Facts, not what's in your head, facts, right? Then number 3, what is one small step I can take today? Right? And then take that step. So because remember I said action causes clarity, not the other way around. And then you'll see, okay, then that you take the step, okay, then there's information, then you move to the next, then you move to the next. So remember, you don't have to be perfect. I don't think any of us need to be perfect. Remind yourself that as well, right? So do these 3 journaling, breath work, then journaling, right? And just do one small action. Trust me, it works like magic. You just get out of it. The loop of overthinking just gets away from you, right? Because we need to break that cycle, and this is what we're trying to do. Yeah. So if your mind has been feeling heavy lately, right, let this be a reminder that you do not have to figure everything out, right? That's what we think. We need to have the full 12-month plan, right? That doesn't work that way. It's good to plan, but we need to remind ourselves the reality that life happens. And we are okay if life happens as well, right? That we just need to slow down, breathe, right? Take one small step forward, right? And that we are allowed to move through life with ease, right? So hope you remind yourself you're human. We all are human. We are all allowed to make mistakes, and we are able to move forward as well. So I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you found some sort of value and little relief, hopefully. And I will see you next week. Thank you so much for joining. Bye for now.